Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Allah, Shemashah, Basham, Kodesh. The honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, which is true well. And Shalom to the sincere Akim, but it's true for sincerity. Shalom. In this, small lesson, which is going to be a ride and talk. I want to talk about something that I encountered, that I came across today, and it all started off with this colleague, telling another colleague to basically get back to work, and then that same colleague made responded, and then the other colleague basically said, in a very filthy way, he said, you're gonna basically take me from behind. Those were two male colleagues. And then I was like, man, I told him, like, why do you make these jokes in front of me? I don't like these things. I don't like these Batiman things, man. I don't like them Batiman things. Then he said, yeah, he said something that I don't really quite remember, but it's all led down to him saying, like, don't you know how many sodomites work at this place? Then I was like, no, who are all sodomites then? Then he named a couple of names. Gave a couple of examples, and I was like, yeah. Then it was like, but that's just a couple. You have no idea how many there actually are. Especially working at the office. Then my response to that was like, but isn't this supposed to be a Christian company? He's like, yeah. And then he even said, yeah, their roots go back to being reformed. Which means these people have basically stricter rules that they abide by. They're females dressing more modestly, having so-called more morals and standards. But these people, they all go back to being Edomites, and we know that according to Malachi chapter 1 and 4, Edom being referred to as the border of wickedness. We know that according to Genesis chapter 36 verse 1, that Esau is Edom. Esau is the so-called white people. It is ruling right now upon the earth. According to Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof, if not the wearing away a sea. So the Most High has allowed these people, to be the rulers upon the earth, and has allowed them to portray themselves as the people of the scriptures. Portray themselves to be, they portray the Most High to be looking like, their appearance. They portray the angels to look like their appearance. Even mocking them by making them into babies. Which, if you read the scriptures, the angels were not supposed to be messed with, and they were very, fierce looking beings. People were afraid when they saw them. They also, portrayed themselves to be the people of the scriptures. But knowing that this company has so-called Christian roots, they're supposed to follow the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh and Yahushua, right? Well, they don't, because if they were actually the people of the scriptures, and they would abide by the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh and Yahushua, they would not allow it to have sodomites working on the job floor. They would not allow that. But we also know that according to Psalms, the 50th chapter, the 16th verse, the Most High said unto the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white men upon the earth, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Seeing thou hatest instruction. Where can we find the instruction? In the scriptures. What is one of the instructions? And especially concerning this topic being sodomites working at the job. They're actually supposed to be put to death. You know. So seeing thou his instruction, a 144, that's the spirit man. Seeing thou his instruction, and castest my word behind thee. You know, when thou sawest a thief, thou contendest with him. You know, these people, they proclaim to be the people of the scriptures, but long and behold, when push come to shove, they don't uphold the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They allow these wicked things to happen upon the earth. You see? It's crazy, man. But hey, the scripture also says, the wicked compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. So, knowing that the wicked is in rulership right now, they're the one that compass about the righteous. It doesn't mean to be compassed by. It means to be surrounded by. And if you're surrounded, it means you're in a weak or defenseless state. Meaning, the wicked is all around us, and therefore, you know, wrong judgment proceedeth. Therefore, the law, statutes, commandments that are supposed to be followed, you know, are not being followed. The example that I already gave concerning the sodomites actually supposed to be put to death, you know, because that's in Leviticus. You know, if a man lay with another man, they shall both surely be put to death. You see, and that doesn't happen because wrong judgment proceeded. They allow these people to work at the job. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, and seeing these things, you know, we are desiring earnestly the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because we are getting vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. You know, most of the time I have to deal with this colleague, you know, that made the "you're gonna take me from behind" joke. You know, I have to deal with him on a daily basis. You know, then I'm like, why are you doing these things, man? You know I don't like it. Yeah. I'm like, no, man. In my mind, I'm thinking you're a filthy gay beast, man. You like these jokes, you know? Then you have to remain your integrity and, you know, just wave it away. You know, we're getting vexed day by day, but one of the things that I do need to admit, you know, back in the days before I came into the truth, you know, I didn't have the same mindset as I have right now. You know, but the scripture also says, you know, though the outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. Every day, you become more and more a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Knowing these scriptures, applying these scriptures, you know, because when I came in the truth, you know, I didn't have the anger and the hatred towards, you know, the wickedness that's happening upon the earth. But, you know, the Most High is going to groom you into someone that is, you know, look willing, of course. You know, this is something that I needed to get off my chest, you know, because it was, you know, vexing my spirit. You know, and it hit me as well. Like, hey, when I get home, you know, it's like when I get, you know, when I'm done with the job, I'm gonna make this video record, man, to get it out of my chest, man. You know, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. You know, give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem HaKadosh. Love honors to the elder apostles who break no stone, which is true and well. And shalom to the sincere archeons, praise, truth, and sincerity. Shalom. And these people gotta go, man. Abad Babal, man. Shalom.